It was graduation day for grade 12 students at Holy Rosary High School yesterday. This ceremony was different than ones in years past. Let's take a look.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. We have officially pulled off the most epic senior skip day ever. When all of this began, I'm sure many of you thought this was about to be the best 5-month summer vacation, and I myself never thought I'd miss school. But when Mom asked to go on the third walk of the day during quarantine, I decided for the first time that I'd much rather be in chemistry class. But in all honesty, I truly did miss walking the hallways, as I'm sure many of you did as well. Although we didn't get the opportunity to finish our senior year and make the memories that come along with it, I think we can all agree that up until March, we have a lot of high school memories to reminisce about. Over the last 5 years at Holy Rosary, we have learned a lot. For example, Mrs. Benz and Mr. Paler taught us how to take the derivative of a function. This is something I'm determined to never have to do again. Mrs. Strelchuk, on the other hand, taught us that interference patterns can be fun. I remember my first day of physics. I walked in and Strels began playing a video with just her feet in the water, showing the difference between constructive and destructive interference patterns, as most people do at the lake. At the end, she concluded with a very enthusiastic, "Physics is cool," although I'm not so sure if I agree with the last statement. Mrs. Arnold Mann drilled the Amoeba Sisters theme song into our heads after every bio lesson. I may not remember much, but at least I remember that. Mrs. Heath taught us that there is no limit to the amount of love one can have for the book To Kill a Mockingbird, and that there is nothing more exciting than laminated bookmarks to go with the novel. All jokes aside, I think the most valuable lesson we can learn from these teachers and all of the staff at Holy Rosary is their dedication. I am proud to attend a school where our teachers are passionate about what they do. The support they provided us with before this crisis and during it is something we can all be thankful for. I constantly received emails from my teachers keeping me updated, and I never doubted that my education was in good hands. Waking up to the news that our senior year was cut short and we would never get to experience the excitement of putting on the cap and gown was devastating. However, even though there is no ceremony, we deserve this moment. And we will get it, just not in the traditional way. There may be no opportunity to walk the stage and get our diploma, but there will always be proud parents and grandparents. There will always be people cheering us on, and that's important to remember. So don't use this time to feel sorry for yourself. We are not the first generation to suffer such an injustice. It's easy to complain. I myself am guilty of this. We deserve better, but this is what life threw at us. How we handle it is going to determine how successful we are in life. Our experiences have taught us that life can be changed completely without any warning. How many times have you caught yourself saying, "I never thought this would happen," or "I never thought it would get this far"? When all this is over, remember what you lost during this time and appreciate it more when life hands it back to you. I'd now like to take a moment on behalf of myself and the graduates to thank the people who have brought us here. To our parents, for the countless ways you have supported us. Through 12 years of education, you have sacrificed time, money, and effort to ensure that we reached our goals and became successful adults. For attending all the sporting activities, band concerts, and school plays. For sending food in our lunches, paying class fees, and listening to our complaints. You commiserate over our daily dramas, but you tried to give us enough space to work things out for ourselves. For picking us up when we failed and ensuring us it would work itself out. As my parents always said, just do your best and forget the rest. Your unwavering support and belief in us is what brought us here. To our teachers, for sharing your time, wisdom, and passion with us. Although it may have been your job to do so, what you did went above and beyond. For taking the time to mark our tests so we had them back as quickly as possible. Yet even more importantly, patiently answering the dreaded question every week, did you mark our tests yet? For explaining assignments, sometimes twice, when we weren't paying attention. And for understanding that dogs really can eat anything from our homework to our gym shorts. You spent lunch and after school hours unselfishly giving extra help. Although we may not have shown it all the time, we do appreciate everything you do. Thanks for setting the bar high and challenging us to reach for it. To our coaches and club leaders, thank you for making school about more than class. You demanded excellence in ways that were different than percentage marks. You pushed us to do our best and challenged us to work harder. Through you, we have learned to persevere in the face of adversity and the power of sportsmanship. We learn to give it our best effort, win or lose, and this is a life skill that will stretch far beyond school. To our custodial and cafeteria staff, thank you for keeping our school clean, but even more importantly, making the best poutine on Fridays. To our principal, vice principals, and all the office staff, thank you for making sure that things were always running smoothly so our teachers could concentrate on us. I know it's not easy harassing us all day to go to study hall or to get that assignment done in tutorial, yet know that we're better off for it. And last but not least, to our career counselors, thank you for keeping us on the right track for graduation. The application process became easier and a great amount of stress was alleviated because of you. We began high school as children, but we're leaving as adults. We still have plenty to learn, yet we've completed a basic education that will serve as the platform we use to launch ourselves into our futures. Some will go on to college, some university, others will head straight to the workforce. Many of us may not know what the future holds, and that's not a question we can ask Siri or Google, although we wish it was. Yet it's okay not to know. No matter where we go or what we do, there are challenges ahead of us. Using the knowledge we have gained here, we can begin to see failure as a learning opportunity and use it as a driving force of our success. At the end of the day, the most important thing we have gained here is not our likes, favorites, or followers. It is the relationships we have gained and the people we have formed because of that. As Denzel Washington once said, it's the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, and the faith that you have. That's what's going to define you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for the past 5 years of high school, and best of luck in your future.